Alright, testing. How does that volume sound? Everything will be perfectly acceptable. Kind of like the New York Times, is everything fit to print? I'm only gonna say stuff that's fit to broadcast.
HCTV Sports is supported by the Hastings Public House. Memories made local.
First goal of the year goes for the Raiders.
Oh, beautiful shot there. Nicely done. Gets the pin.
How was that beautiful? Onside kick, and it's recovered by Hastings.
And he's rung up for strike three.
Double alley. Touchdown Raiders.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Hastings Civic Arena as we get set for a girls hockey matchup here between the Hastings Raiders and the Eagan Wildcats here on HCTV Sports. Glad to have you in here on the broadcast. I'm your announcer Owen Ely, doing it solo here tonight for some Monday night hockey. Nothing better. Just moments away from tip-off. We'll get to some of the lineup here for both squads. Of course, our last broadcast that we saw here from this arena was girls hockey. Or excuse me, that was back on Friday. I think we had a boys hockey game. In between, we saw this very same Raiders team lose to the South St. Paul Packers, a girls hockey powerhouse, 0-6. They're riding a 4-game losing streak right now. They haven't won since January 6th when they beat a co-op of Two Rivers and St. Paul 3-1. Looking to get back on track here against Eagan from their home arena, and I'd say they'll have a fairly good chance of doing that here tonight. Eagan comes into this early start with a 3-13-3 record, giving up nearly 3 goals per game, only scoring 1.37. Got an 8% power play, which we saw prominently factor into the last game for the Raiders. Generally a very clean team, but I believe they had 3 or 4 penalties in that game against the Packers. And there's a look at the Section 3 AA standings. There you can see these two teams towards the bottom, but still early on in the section play. So Hastings really unfamiliar this year with section play. 1 loss and 1 appearance, so they can get back up to 500 with the win here. Eagan a lot more familiar, 2-4-1. That's going to be the starting goaltender for the Raiders. That's Bree Balster. It's been a team that has used two goaltenders with Balster and Steinke pretty evenly throughout the year. Eagan comes into this despite only having 3 wins on the season. They won their last appearance on Saturday, 3-2 win over Eastview. With that, we'll take a moment here for the national anthem. So after that beautiful rendition of the national anthem, we're just moments away here from puck drop. Fans continue to fill in the Hastings Civic Arena. Should have a fairly good crowd on hand here tonight for this unusual 6 p.m. start. See if Hastings can take some of those lessons that they learned in that game against the Packers and put them to effect here against Eagan. Trying to defend the east side of the Minnesota River. There's a look at the goalie matchup there. We can see Bree Balster splitting minutes with Steinke. 89% safe percentage, a 3.33 goals against. Lucy Whitehead, not bad. Nearly a 91% safe percentage, 2.61. So goals are not going to come easy here for Hastings, although they certainly have shown the ability to put up against lesser teams 10, 12, 14 goals. I don't suppose that's exactly going to happen here tonight, but there are some talented offensive players for Hastings, notably Michaela Bergquist, the leading points getter, point per game player, 19 points, 19 games. Erickson with 18 points, Hansen with 17, Jade Schauer with 16 points. So a lot of the usual suspects for this Raiders team producing here in 2023. And with that puck drop, we are underway here from the Hastings Civic Arena. It's Raiders versus Wildcats. Puck early on favoring the Raiders zone. Around the boards, sending it back, and an early save from Balster. Left-handed save. Getting her involved in this game very early on, making sure nobody falls asleep in the first minute. Off the face-off, that's going to be taken here by the Wildcats, poked away by number 20, Lauren Mull. And sent down the length of the rink. As we get an icing call here against Hastings. And so the face-off's going to come back into the Hastings zone. Sophia Sears winning the face-off for Eagan. We got a forward. Thought about passing, tried to sneak that into that far side post, or that near side post, excuse me, on Balster. Balster switching sides, keeping her eye on the puck. That's Barry down low, fighting for possession, poked away near center ice in the defensive zone. Pass along the boards, puck slowly moving its way right in front of the Eagan bench. There was some pressure there from Kyra Erickson. Nearly caught Eagan offsides there. There's the captain with the puck, and a deke right at the blue line. A dump and chase strategy here for Hastings. And we're back the other way, an outlet pass for Eagan. Dump and chase. We'll get a line change here for Eagan, but they're going to call an icing. And now the Raiders will have a face-off here in the offensive zone. Libby Knoll, the senior. We'll call that a win on the face-off. However, it's going to be the Wildcats full steam ahead. Puck poked away, finds its way on the wrong side of the blue line here for Eagan. We got a player taking a tumble. That's Brooke Townsend for Hastings. 2-on-1 for Eagan down low. It's going to be temporarily scooped away by Hansen. The centering pass on her knees declined. Lily Anderson trying to get something going offensively. Got a player experiencing a yard sale with Georgia Riches. Puck sliding past Riches, slides past the blue line. They'll have to get back on sides. It's caught up in between the skates of a Wildcat forward and dumped in. It'll be greeted by Schuster. Puck moving the right way here for Hastings. And we'll get an eventual save there from Lucy Whitehead as the puck was just screening down towards the crease. Bergquist winning the faceoff. Bergquist tries to send that one in on a deflection. Unfortunately, not a lot of space to work with thanks to Whitehead. Under 14 minutes to go here in the opening period. Puck caught up in that far side corner. Centering pass, shot, and the save by Whitehead. Off of the stick of Kylie Gruden. Gruden looking for her sixth goal of the season on that one. So it'll be Gruden, Bergquist, and Erickson, the three forwards out on the ice for Hastings. That one clanking off of the post. Scooped forward. Taken by Tuitt. Circles around, deflected. Dangerous move there for Hastings. Luckily, it'll be sent back to the near side from Mull. Now Tuitt up the ice, shoots it in, bounces off of the back of the rink. Now the Raiders trying to pinch on that far side, something that the Packers did very effectively in their last game. Mull coming to a stop, 20-on-20. Sent towards center ice, could have been a breakaway. And a shot going right underneath the armpit of the goaltender, Bree Balster, as she'll come up with her second save of the game. Take a look at this last offensive possession here from Eagan, just no space to work with on that near side post. Good game thus far from Balster, who, although she allowed 3 goals in the game to the Packers, in my estimation, didn't really have that bad of a performance. I thought she played pretty well. Just a very talented team running an elite system. Now a long pass does not connect with Jade Shower, so that's going to be a icing. Puck's going to come right back into the defensive zone for Hastings. Well, we'd also like to give a special shout out to Eagan TV for picking up this game. We obviously appreciate anybody tuning in Eagan. 12 minutes to go here in the opening period. A battle for the puck down low. It's going to be briefly touched there by Weedham. Puck takes an awkward bounce on the ice. Sent down, and this could be, well, we're gonna get the icing waved off. We'll get a full line change. Save for Taylon Flynn for Hastings. A shot in, nearly deflected from Carissa Thompson. Off that shot from the blue line. Sent back in. It's going to have to be a dump and chase. The Raiders get back onside. The puck's going to be greeted by Riches. Long range shot deflected before it could even get to the face-off circle. Poked back almost to center ice. Kept in at the blue line by a Raiders defender. That's Tui. Now Tui trying to close off the space. We'll get a dump and chase. Selesky in possession of the puck. 2-on-1 for Eagan. Closed off by a Raider. Now the puck trying to go towards some open ice. A race for the puck as we got a line change from Bergquist. Puck carried into the zone. Little too much stick handling. We'll have a player crashing right in front of Balster in the crease. That's Hootmacher. The Raiders with a premium chance here. Backhanded right into the glove and right out of the glove. And we'll get basically a 2-for-1 save from the Eagan netminder Lucy Whitehead. As the speed and awareness of Kyra Erickson nearly results in a breaking of this tie affair between Eagan and Hastings. If there was a second Raiders forward anywhere in the vicinity, maybe would have been a little bit more interesting trying to pick up the rebound. We'll get another shot deflected before it could get to the intended mark off of Gruden. And even 10 minutes to go in the opening stanza. Raiders on defense, not for long. A lot of space to work with. Tried to cut to the inside. Turned it over down low. Gruden, puck watching, pokes it away. Now Gruden pinned along the board, sends it back for a teammate. That's Hansen. Stripped away. Eagan looking for a long pass. Nearly picked off and went the other way there. Carissa Thompson impeding the progress of that puck. Shower. Bodies an Eagan defender. Now some space here on the near side. We'll get a line change for Eagan. And icing call with 9:14. Hansen wins the face-off for Hastings. A shot deflects off of the knee pad of Whitehead. Puck couldn't be kept onside. It's going to be slipped back in past Eagan's blue line. A whiff on the puck results in Hastings with possession. It's going to be deflected and careen right in front of the Raiders bench. Now working her way down low is Weedham. Turns it over to Selesky. Handful of Raiders in the area. Now Selesky backhands it forwards. Deflected more towards open space. And out of bounds. Nearly into the tunnel to the locker rooms. Center ice face-off going to be taken here by Hastings. They're going to lose it as it enters the Eagan defensive zone. We'll have Druge wrapping her way around. Tried to bring that into the Raiders zone. Turns it over. A check from behind. The Raiders are going to go on the power play. As Georgia Riches hit from behind. That'll be Maya Carnes, the senior forward, heading to the box. Raiders will go on a 2-minute power play. Well, Eagan's power play is not very great when you look at their percentages, but their penalty kill, I believe, is sitting somewhere near 75%. If the Star Tribune is to be believed. Raiders certainly have the offensive firepower to try to break this scoreless game. Nice pass there from Selesky, keeps the offense in motion, nearly kicked in off of the skate of Erickson. 2E closes it off, a nice pass. Some combat going on there, and we'll get the first clear of the PK for Eagan. Fresh skates on the ice for the Wildcats. A pass that goes long, and the Raiders are going to have to work their way back under some pressure from a couple of Wildcat forwards. And the Raiders not connecting on too many passes here on the power play. We'll see if they can get something here. They got a 3-on-2 if they want it, and they're going to do a line change as the puck enters the offensive zone. Not exactly the most ideal time to do that if you're a Raider. Nonetheless, they're going to have offensive possession. That one nearly slipping in past that right leg of Whitehead, but she's going to fall on the puck with 39 seconds to go on the power play for Hastings. We'll take another look at this on the replay. And there you can see Whitehead just smothering the puck. A hard shot clanks right off of the kneecap of Katie Urich. Another clear, and maybe a little miscommunication there by the Raiders, just looking at the body language of Jade Shower. One final rush before this goes back to some even strength hockey. Schuster fires a shot off of the shoulder of Whitehead. And the penalty will be successfully killed by Eagan. Now Eagan trying to get something done before losing possession of the puck. It's going to ride the rink, end up right behind Bree Balster. South of 6 minutes to go. A nice pass connecting on the opposite side for Erickson. Erickson down low in the corner, turns it over. Might have had something with a centering pass, and we're forced to go back the other way. We got an Eagan forward taking a hard tumble into the boards. Looks like she's going to be fine. That's Nora Druge. And she'll head off to the bench. Raiders out shooting the Wildcats 8-3. Puck working its way back, a knuckleball going from right to left in front of Balster. Tried a centering pass just in front of the crease. They were trying to connect with J.C. Bauman. And we will get an icing call here on Hastings. Under 5 to go. Olsen on the faceoff for Eagan. Hansen on the faceoff for Hastings. Puck's going to be slammed into the boards. The Wildcats with possession. Hansen smacking at the puck with her stick. Turns it over. Now here's an offensive response from Hastings. Shower, the captain, slips past the defender. Greets the puck. Tried to backhand it over to her teammate, Carissa Thompson. The puck is anybody's for the taking as we'll get a dump and chase line change for the Wildcats. Puck lost there by Tui. Now the Wildcats going backwards before they can go forward. Dumps it in. There's going to be nobody there to greet the puck for the Wildcats. We got a yard sale with number 10, Macy Weedham. Under 4 to go. Wild race for the puck. Brooke Townsend trying to close that one off. We'll get an interception by Riches. Puck crossing both blue lines. That one deflects in between the skates of Libby Knoll. And another off-kilter pass there from the Raiders. A lot of open space to work with on the near side of the rink. Now a 2-on-1 defender closing in. Eagan firing a shot, deflects off of Balster. Hardly a open spot in the net to work with on that one. Erickson pushing the pace, slips past her defender. It's a 1-on-1, fires a shot. She's going to get her own rebound, centering pass just a couple of inches off the mark. But we'll have a Raiders defender, Selesky, coming in, fires another shot. Could have been a thing of beauty for Hastings. Got to credit the offensive resiliency there. We're going to get a shot from center ice. Deflected back into play. Anderson losing the puck. It'll be taken by Keogh. Swept back towards the near side in front of the Raiders bench. Hastings forced to retreat, firing a pass off of the rink. Puck was greeted there by Whitehead. Now Eagan with momentum, cutting from the near side to the far side, crossing the blue line, tries to just use speed to get past her defender. Several shots. And it's going to be a save. Looks like the net came off the mooring there. Was waiting for a signal from any of the refs on that one. Maybe it'll be a little clearer once we see this on replay. There you can see Lily Anderson just trying to use her speed and backhand it in. Looks like Balster was holding on to the puck. I don't know how long she held on to it after that replay was over. Either way, crisis averted for Hastings. Defenseman line change for Hastings, under 90 to go in the first period. We'll see a Wildcats forward putting on the Jets. Delayed penalty. And now it's going to be Egan's turn to respond with the man advantage, as it looks like Kylie Gruden, the senior, is going to head to the box. 1:16 to go on a 2-minute penalty. And it kind of went out of frame there for a second, but a good call there by the refs. A clear penalty on Gruden. Puck at the point. Anderson sends it down low. Back high for Anderson. That one just a little bit to the right of Balster. 60 seconds to go before the first intermission. Eagan taking their time, staying patient, but a little too hesitant on that one. They nearly allowed for a clear. Sent in down low, deflected, and cleared. Softest clear I've ever seen, but the Raiders are going to use that to get some fresh skates out on the ice. They turn it over. A shot fired as the Raiders were thinking they were going to get a shorthanded goal with that play by Erickson. 20 seconds to go. We'll see if the Raiders can withstand the onslaught. We'll get a deflection, a block there from Erickson. Kept onside. Chance for maybe one shot and a rebound here. We'll get the shot, but we will not get a rebound as Erickson's just going to send that one down to the other side of the rink, and like that, we'll get a partially successful penalty kill there from the Raiders. Still 44 seconds to go when we come back in the second period. After one, it's going to be a 0-0 game here between the Hastings Raiders and the Eagan Wildcats here on HCTV Sports. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Hastings Civic Arena as we get set for the second period here between the Hastings Raiders and the Eagan Wildcats on HCTV Sports and Eagan TV. After one, it's still a scoreless affair here between these two teams. Pretty even back and forth, 10-8 in terms of shots on goals for the Raiders and the Wildcats. There's a look at some of the seniors for this Raiders squad. Bunch of top contributors there as they take the ice. Hastings is still going to have 44 seconds to kill on the Kylie Gruden penalty. Of course, I always think it's kind of nice to, if you do have a penalty, to have it split two periods, because that kind of kills the momentum for the opposing team. We'll see if that reigns true with Eagan. There's a starting netminder, Balster, having a good game thus far. Not too many opportunities for Eagan to put points on the board. There's Lucy Whitehead, also having a pretty good game. Two solid goaltending performances here, at least through the first period. And with that face-off, we are underway here for the second period. Once again, Eagan with a momentary man advantage. Anderson with speed, wrapping around, leaves it before her teammate. Kept on sides by Natalie Hootmaker. A pass across and a goal for the Eagan Wildcats. That one top shelf on Balster. And with 13 seconds to go in that power play, they successfully convert. And that is going to be Lily Anderson. We'll take a look at the replay and see just how she got it done. And see that pass really caught the Raiders off guard. And there you can see the facial expression from Balster. Just kind of hit her right in the head, shoulder, and neck area and takes a deflection into the top of the net. So not exactly the way you want to start this second period if you're Hastings. Wildcats now with a 1-0 lead, and we'll obviously be back to some even strength hockey after that goal. It's Lily Anderson's fourth goal of the season. Comes at an opportune time. See how the Raiders can respond here. They have not been pinned back in their own zone very much like they were against the Packers. I believe they have more shots on goal in the first period than they did in the entire game against the Packers. So not a bad start by Hastings as the net is going to come off the moorings. Take another look at the replay. It does look like we have a player banged up a little bit for Eagan. Ava Meisinger, maybe an issue with her hand. And there's Meisinger right there. Left the pass back for her teammate and nearly takes a deflection in. The net just ever so slightly kicked off the moorings. Now the Raiders on the attack, eager to get this goal back. A 2-on-2. Swooped away by 25 Carissa Thompson. We'll have Libby Knoll coming in off of a player exchange, and we'll get another save here by Balster. Under 15 to go in the second. Defensive zone face-off for Hastings. One, Selesky sends it over to her teammate. A collision results in a Wildcat player taking a spill on the ice. Dump and chase as Plank heads off the ice. Tuitt comes in. Now Tuitt forced into a defensive situation. Tried to sweep the puck away. Now racing for it. Down low, back behind the net. Balster switching posts. A hard centering pass. Too hard for anybody to connect on. We'll get a line change here for Hastings. The puck left for Eagan. Druge, slap shot, and a stomach save for Bree Balster. An interesting shot there for Eagan. Probably could have brought it up a little closer, but maybe trying to catch her off guard on that one. Pass connects near the blue line, missed wide to the left, like a Blair Walsh field goal. Kept onside, sent back down low, deflected off of the skates of Bergquist. Now we'll have an Eagan player getting slammed into the boards. A shot deflects inside the crease. And now Gruden losing that race to the puck. Eagan forced to retreat, pumping on the brakes. A couple of passes, a little bit too much mustard on that one, and it results in the puck just going further and further the wrong way here for Eagan. A pass to that middle forward, deflected. Now that's Schauer. Gets the puck, had a chance maybe to backhand that over to number 5, Hansen. A bounce pass off the boards, and a pretty hard check, and that's going to be a penalty against Eagan. So the Raiders are going to go back on the power play. Can't do that in girls hockey. That's Ava Hoffman, the junior. She's going to head to the box. So we had a Raiders player giving up their body for the sake of the team. We'll see if we can catch it there. And yeah, there's a Nicholas Cronwall hip check into the boards. Prime scoring chance there as that puck was slowly matriculating its way across that crease. Now Eagan tried to go for a shorthanded goal. Deflected off of the right shoulder of Balster. Raiders pulling the puck up the court. Schauer stops. Carries it further down low, but she lets a player get in between her and the puck. Swatted back into play and kept on sides. That puck was working its way from right to left in front of Whitehead. Backhanded, and Whitehead is going to lay down on the puck. So 3 or 4 pretty interesting offensive opportunities for Hastings. None of them fruitful yet on this power play. Here's the last sequence, the backhand by a Raiders forward. I think that's Michaela Bergquist. And there's actually going to be another penalty called on the ice. And that's going to be on Lily Anderson, the goal scorer. So now it's a 5-on-3 for a minute 14. We'll get the shot, deflects off of Whitehead. A centering pass kept in by Tui. Tui pulls it in lower, sends it over to Selesky, who fires a shot. Stopped by Tui, fires another shot in, a rebound shot. And the Raiders are just peppering the Wildcats. A scooping shot. Gruden's in there. We got a delayed penalty. And I think that might be the 3rd penalty. No, that's going to be a penalty here on Hastings, so it's going to be 4-on-3 for 43 seconds. 4-on-4 for about 30 seconds after, and then there's going to be about 30 seconds of a Wildcat power play. once the 2 penalties come off the board for Eagan. So we got plenty of players in the box. That's going to be number 19, Kyra Erickson, the junior forward for Hastings. Puck moved into the offensive zone for Eagan. A shot off of the face-off, no good. Now there's going to be no shortage of open ice for both teams to work with here, especially the Raiders with the man advantage, which they'll have for the next 25 seconds. Puck cleared past the blue line, but not cleared all the way, so the Raiders pulling back, trying to reset something here on offense. Brought into the zone, kept onside. Bergquist dumps it in, 5 seconds to go on this power play for Hastings, and then it's only going to get worse. And now we got 44 seconds of 4-on-4. Again, 30 seconds of an Eagan power play coming in just about a minute. We'll get a line change, partial line change for Hastings. Tried to thread a pass into Hansen, who was coming in off the bench. Could have been a wide open breakaway. Selesky to Hansen, too hot for the stick to handle. Now in front of the penalty boxes, loses the puck. Momentum stalled, preventing an offensive opportunity there for Eagan. We'll get a bounce pass off the boards, deflected off of the stick of Selesky. Now Eagan on the power play. Very short power play to kill, but we saw they had a very short power play to start the second period and put some points on the board. That shot deflected off of the body of Hansen. A shot from the defender. Rebound, a lot of commotion in front of Balster. Balster sprawling on the ground. We got an Eagan player hitting the deck. 8 seconds to go for the Raiders to kill. And we'll take a look at that last sequence. There you can see just a goaltender's worst nightmare. I mean, just the puck not in the hand and still free out there. Maybe if there's a little bit less commotion, they could have snuck in a shot and or goal on that far side post. There's just too much going on, and now we're going to get back to 5-on-5 hockey as the penalty to Erickson expires. So a very wild sequence over the last 2 or 3 minutes. Ultimately results in nothing for either side. Tui, long pass to Erickson. Might have been killed if this was the NHL on a potential hit that could have happened, but this is high school hockey, so you're pretty safe making a pass like that. Under 9 to go here in the second period. Eagan has overtook Hastings in terms of shots on goal, 16-15. Of course, where it really matters, they're leading 1-0, as we will get an icing call. And we'd like to thank Hastings Public House for supporting HCTV Sports. Hastings Public House, memories made local. Very cool to have people sponsoring what we do here. Again, a shout out to Eagan Community TV for carrying this broadcast as well. Also cool to see cooperation between community TV stations. Now Eagan firing a shot. That one corralled into the glove by the stick of Balster. Off the face-off, Selesky wrapping around, backhands it forward. Shot into the zone by Keogh. Ill-advised pass results in a shot, puts the puck in the near side corner, backhanded for Selesky. Back behind the net. Little mini deke there. Puck ends up in Rich's hands. Riches fires a shot, swept from the near side to the far side. Now Eagan trying to use that counter momentum, pumping the brakes behind the net. Tried to get a one-timer there from a pretty low angle. Puck's going to work its way all the way down, and we'll get another icing call with 7:27 to go in the middle period. So the face-off coming in the Raiders' defensive zone. Bergquist on the face-off for Hastings. She'll lose that one. A shot high and off into the netting. That is a dangerous, dangerous shot to try to defend. Heavily screened. We'll get another look at it here on the replay. That was Anderson looking for her second goal. Another hard shot from Anderson. Balster lost the puck there for a second, but it finds its way into that near side corner. Anderson, a screened shot by two Raiders defenders. A little bit off the mark, deflected there to the far side at the blue line, firing a shot. Sends the puck here to the near side. Now that's Anderson. Anderson wrapping around. Works her way to the outside, leaves it off. Now Eagan working their way in. A delayed penalty. And Eagan's going to pull their goaltender as well, so it's going to be a 6-on-5. Now the Raiders touch the puck, and they're going to go back on the power play, which is a scary thought for Hastings. It's Kylie Gruden again with her second penalty of the game. So it's been a pretty even game thus far, and the Raiders are actually going to send Brooke Townsend to the box as well, but it's going to remain a 5-on-4 power play. But they are going to keep Gruden in the box as well, so I couldn't quite hear what the ref was trying to explain on that one. 6.5 to go in the second period. Not a lot of offense from Hastings. If they get down by 2 goals, it's a tall task for this team to come back. They're asking a lot of Balster, who has played well tonight, but has had to stop a handful of pretty good chances for Eagan. They sweep it away, and Eagan will have to get onside, so almost as good as a clear. Now Eagan forward, working her way, tried to weave her way through the 4 Raiders players. A clear, we'll have the 2 forwards subbing in. That's going to be Bergquist and Erickson. 1 minute to go on the penalty kill for Hastings. They're 1-1 tonight. Making Balster do a shuffle there. Successful clear. Casey Plank, the sophomore, now in on defense for Hastings. Eagan entering the zone and just missed on a short pass, and that's going to kill about 10 or 15 seconds. A fortuitous error there for Hastings. Hansen gets in there, stops the puck, but couldn't send it on the clear. 5 seconds to go. Time for one final shot here for Eagan, and with that, we'll get back to 5-on-5. Townsend comes in out of the box. Gruden stays in. We'll have Carissa Thompson coming in off the bench. And we'll have a power play chance here for Hastings. As they are going to send, I believe, in for tripping. They're going to send in Katie Ulrich. And they're going to get the offensive zone face-off. So Eagan relatively definitively winning this second period, but this can all be erased with an equalizer from Hastings. If they can make the Wildcats regret a cheeky little backhand. A couple of players getting tied up. That's Bergquist and a defender for Eagan. Tries to poke it in. And Whitehead stopping the puck in between the post and her glove. Bergquist wins the face-off. Selesky pulls it towards the center. Shot in, and the equalizer for Hastings. As they're going to tie this one up at 1 apiece. A successful power play for the Raiders. It's Lauren Moll, the sophomore defenseman, with the goal. She's been very active on these power plays. You don't exactly think about offense when you think about a defenseman. Well, we'll take a look at the goal there, and just in the right place at the right time. That's why there's no such thing as a bad shot, because there are things that exist called rebounds, and she was there for the ideal goal off the rebound. So a bit of a blasé second period for the Raiders, but they get the equalizer, so hard to argue with how things are going, and we'll see if they can carry this momentum into the third period. Still 3.5 minutes to go in the second period. Almost a dangerous turnover there from the Raiders, trying to get a pass in for Erickson. Now Selesky pulls it back, cuts to the inside, cuts to the outside, brings it into the offensive zone. A little shoulder there from Hansen. Selesky down to her knees, back behind the ice. And the puck turned over, a race for the puck. It'll be Plank, the only thing in the way of this Eagan forward. The shot fired and saved, and just for good measure, the net comes off of the moorings. Probably needed to get stronger magnets on that net right there. Look at the offensive chance here for Eagan. Solid defense there from Plank. Kept her to the outside. Didn't really give an angle for a shot. Young defenseman making a play. We'll get a shot a little off the mark from number 14, Kira Keogh. Turnaround shot. Missed. Pass going to be deflected, however, from a Raiders forward. It's Maddie Schuster. Now the puck closed off on, sent past Shower. Eagan was offside there for a second, so they had to lay off. Now the puck brought back into the offensive zone, just north of 2 minutes to go before the second intermission. Shower in pursuit, gets tangled up a little bit. And it works its way out past Shower. Not a lot of room for Eagan to work with there. A turnover. Just couldn't be held cleanly for the moment. A little half-hearted shot there from Tui. Sends the puck down low. Shot and or centering pass across the crease. Back for Selesky. Sails it off of a deflection. 90 seconds to go before a stoppage. Tui. Shot might have been deflected either way. Finds its way attracted to that far side corner. Little backhanded centering pass. Tui comes in to play the puck. tips it again down low, and we're just going to get a clear there from Eagan. Try to stop the onslaught there from Hastings. However, it's going to bring the faceoff right back to the offensive zone, so it really doesn't do a whole ton. Minute 7 to go. The Raiders winning the faceoff. Erickson backhand nutmeg in between forward's skates. Not a lot coming off of that. Now Erickson fighting for the puck. A good jab of the stick. Eagan, the first time in a while, possession in the offensive zone, but they're going to turn it over. That one swept right across the feet of Balster. We got a Raiders player getting checked into the boards pretty hard, and that's going to be another penalty here on Eagan as they get sloppy. That's going to be the second penalty of the game for Katie Urich on that hit on Maddie Schuster into the boards. I believe we'll have the replay here. There's Schuster, there's Urich. And just too hard of a hit right into the boards. So a 2-minute power play. It's going to be a very similar situation to what Eagan had, where they had the power play split by the intermission. That one just nearly some puck luck there. It almost finds its way into the back of the net through really nobody's fault. Or we got Eagan 2-on-1. They fire a shot, whiff on the rebound, trying to score a shorthanded goal. The Raiders running out of time here in the second period. That shot deflected right off the chest of Anderson. Anderson tries to fire off of a shot, and she gets it off. Might have been deflected, and like that, we are going to reach the end of the second period. A very interesting, action-packed period here from the Hastings Civic Arena. Started off with an early goal for Eagan, finished with a late goal for Hastings. We'll take a look at these two goals. And here's the first goal again by Eagan on the power play, split by the intermission. That's Anderson right off of the neck and head of Balster. You can see the emotion from Balster on that one there. And then here's the goal late in the second period by the Raiders. And Lauren Mull getting it done, an unlikely hero for the Raiders. We're going to send it to the second intermission. It's 1-1 here between the Hastings Raiders and the Eagan Wildcats on HCTV Sports. Hello everybody and welcome back to HCTV Sports as we get set for the third period between the Hastings Raiders and the Eagan Wildcats here from the Hastings Civic Arena. After two, it's a 1-1 tie game between these two squads. I'm your announcer, Owen Ely. Puck drop is just moments away. Raiders going to be on a power play of 1:28. Seems like a lot of the momentum was on the Raiders' side at the end of that period. We'll see what kind of adjustments Eagan makes. We'll see if the momentum stays on the Raiders' side. Great opportunity here for Hastings to break their, I believe, 4-game losing streak, 4 or 5. And pick up their first section win of the season, albeit they've only played one section game, but it was a loss, so we'll see if they can get back to 500 in section play. We'll have Gruden staying in the box for Hastings, not on a official penalty, but I missed the explanation from the referee because of the arena audio. And with that, we are underway here in the third period. Icing's going to be waved off. Once again, Raiders on a power play, looking to take the lead. Eagan just looking to survive for the next 65 seconds. Puck swept from side to side. A shot nearly deflected in for an own goal from Lily Anderson. Lauren Mull in the area. She's the goal scorer for the Hastings Raiders. Look at a successful clear. 40 seconds to go on the PK for Eagan. Swept in by Mull. We'll get partial line change for Hastings. Eagan just content to carry the puck forward and not even try to clear it. We got a pass connected to Shower, a player just diving behind her. That shot deflected off of the knee of Whitehead. Back to the point. Shot in, deflected, off into the boards. Shot there from Casey Plank, and with that, the penalty is going to be successfully killed by Eagan. Penalty to Katie Urich. And a dangerous turnover off of a whiff. That's Urich. Gets down low, pulls it back, deflects off the referee there for what it's worth, and we're going to get a whistle here with 15:06. Don't know if everybody heard that initial whistle. Doesn't look like they're going to send anybody to the box. And now they are going to send somebody to the box as the door opens. They're going to get number 18, Grace Forrester. They're going to get her with a penalty, so I mean, this doesn't get very much better for Hastings to go right back on the power play uninterrupted for 2 minutes. Eagan just begging the Raiders to take the lead. We'll see if they can do it. Selesky sends it down low. Across the ice to a defenseman. That's Tui. The shot and the save by Whitehead. And just a tough angle to try to put that puck in for Mull. Now off of the face-off, another tough angle for Mull. Puck stays in play. It's going to ride the boards all the way to the blue line. A hard shot stopped by the pads of Whitehead off of Erickson. Erickson shoved to the ground. 80 seconds to go on the power play for Hastings. A turnover deep in their own zone. Now it's a 2-on-1 for Hastings. They steal the puck away. It's Bergquist. Past the blue line to Mull, who deflects it in for a dump. Not really a chase here for Hastings, but they will get a line change, a pass off the boards to nobody. Now there's Selesky, a turnover. And solid defense there by Hansen. Just sweeping that puck away. We have a score update for boys hockey. They lead 1-0 off a power play goal on the road at Farmington. 20 seconds to go on the power play for Hastings. A pass off the glass, slips down low in between the skates of Shower. Shower with the shot. One final chance here for Hastings, and they're going to blow that chance on a clear. And we're back to some even strength hockey. A tie up down low, a physical presence from Casey Plank along the boards. Hugging that far side boards, deflected off of the stick of Schuster. The shot takes a bounce off of Balster. He saved 21 shots here tonight. Another terrible turnover in their own defensive zone. Luckily, nothing happens for the sake of the Raiders on that one, but they have to be a little smarter in their own zone. A pass too hot for Hayden Olson, the freshman. Now pulled up in the zone. A scooping shot there from number 3, Nora Druge. The shot, hard shot, and the sprawling save from Balster. Here's the last little bit of sequence, and there's the shot and subsequent save from Balster. Offensive zone face-off for Eagan. Shot deflected and blocked by Selesky. Now there's Selesky, 2 players in front of her. Crashes right into Carissa Thompson, and they'll lose possession of the puck. Turnover back to Selesky. A bounce pass, a dump. The chase by Thompson. Interesting strategy by Hastings. They haven't really had too much of a problem working their way and carrying the puck up into the offensive zone. So I don't see a drastic need to start dumping and chasing. The shot, some space in between the post. Play continues on. Tremendous box out there from Anderson on Georgia Riches. And a clear off of the boards. Whistle here with under 11 to go in regulation. Raiders lucky there was no Eagan forward there to try to poke in that rebound. Face-off won by the Raiders. That shot immediately deflected up into the air. Players trying to locate the puck. Now it's working its way back the other way. Anderson could have had a nice route to the goaltender if she fielded that one cleanly, but kind of came in unexpected. Now Anderson weaving her way through, near side to the far side. Just using her speed and momentum to wrap around the entirety of the Raiders' skaters. Deflects. Erickson in the vicinity. Erickson room to work, closed off, cuts to the inside. Great initial thought there from Erickson as she'll head off to the bench. There's the goal scorer, Lauren Mull, turns it over. 2-on-2 as Selesky comes back into the picture. Tuitt keeping her head on a swivel. Clear down the ice. And they're going to wave it off. Perhaps it deflected off of an Eagan player. We'll have an Eagan player taking a tumble but holds on to the puck. That's a heads-up play there by that defender. Just trying to hold on to that puck. We'll get a long shot screened by Tui and the save by Whitehead. And we'd like to thank Hastings Public House for sponsoring HCTV Sports. Hastings Public House, memories made local. Face-off taken by the Raiders. A spinning turnaround shot there by Jade Schauer. And another save by Whitehead. Whitehead, for a 3-13-3 operation, has some pretty good stats for a goaltender on that type of team, and she's just adding to her stats total here tonight. She's faced 29 shots on net, only allowed 1 goal. So we're seeing an outstanding netminder battle. The Raiders, maybe with a chance here, kind of held up. Erickson seemed to be a little unhappy with how that sequence turned out. Now she's along the boards. Puck shot free. And icing, going to return right back into the Eagan zone. And there's that potential something, and yeah, she kind of got held up there, maybe high-sticked as well. Probably should have been a penalty there on Eagan. Time slowly but surely running out on this game. We're under 9 minutes to go here in the third period. Going to be a 3-on-2 for Eagan. They'll have numbers if they can make haste. The shot deflected, nearly sent in by Anderson, who was kind of hawking the rebound there on that far side. Icing's going to be waved off. Whitehead not too happy about that. Maybe tried to appeal to the referee. Cutting into the zone, Eagan is going to lose possession of the puck. Schuster couldn't get the puck to the opposite side of the ice, and now it's just kind of switching possessions. Short little pass along the boards from Plank. Now there's Libby Knoll, checked into the boards. Knoll getting hit in the face with a punch. And we had a Raiders player hitting the deck, and it looks like they're going to send 2 players to the box, one from each team. We'll see exactly what happened here. Yeah, and that's just a punch to the head right there by an Eagan player. Not exactly the most friendly interaction I've ever seen on a hockey rink right there. I think that's probably frowned upon. Well, I know what Joe Buck would say about that, but I'll leave that to your imagination. So, no penalties officially on the board, but 2 players in the box, 1 for each squad. Face-off's going to head right back into the Eagan zone. 2 captains in the box, nonetheless. Seven and a half to go here in regulation. A hard pass, eventually kept in there by Macy Weedham. Weedham sends it back for a teammate. That one just glides out of the glove of Balster. A couple of players slapping the puck. They're right in front of the Eagan bench, and that one off into the Eagan bench. Bergquist on the face-off for Hastings. Now Bergquist, the forward, down low, applying pressure. We got the Eagan forward there, defender, Ava Meisinger, slipping around a handful of Raiders players and just working this puck down low. A little short centering pass. Couldn't be fielded there by J.C. Bauman. The shot and the goal for Eagan. And that is going to be a backbreaker for Hastings. That's going to be J.C. Bauman, the senior, the aforementioned senior, with the goal off of the rebound. Kind of been a storyline of tonight's game, these rebounds, and we'll take another look at it here. Just bounces off of something and then sneaks in down low. We'll take a second look at it here. And actually, it's not going to deflect on anything. It's just going to be a brilliant pass. Just threaded right in there down low. Tough to see with our angle up in the deer stand, but just great positioning and solid timing there from Eagan. So now the Raiders are going to have a little north of 6 minutes to try to tie this one up if they want to have a chance at winning their first section game of the season. And there's another look at the goal. Just kind of caught some defenders there for Hastings sleeping. I don't know if they thought that was possible to thread the pass in there that cleanly. Now here's Schauer. Full speed ahead. Thompson and Schauer trying to beat the icing, but they cannot beat it. Well, we'd like to tell you about our next broadcast here at HCTV Sports. It's going to be boys hockey, Hastings Raiders and the St. Thomas Academy Cadets. That's going to be tomorrow from this very arena at 7:30. So if you're in the mood for hockey, if you're enjoying this game, then boy, do we have a fun game tomorrow. Obviously, that game takes on tremendous meaning here in the city of Hastings. Should be a fantastic game. Puck in the offensive zone. We got a Raiders player taking a spin. It's Georgia Riches. Now Tui gets in between the forward and the puck. Just helps that puck glide along the edge of the boards there. Now Eagan with speed. Really had no problem getting around the edges tonight. Hastings, because of that, has done a really good job at keeping traffic away from the center of the defensive zone. We had a slap shot, and that was wildly off the mark and nearly hit an Eagan player in the head. Thankfully, it was just a little too low. Now Eagan trying to close this game out. They're getting ultra aggressive here on offense. Pass up to Bergquist, and she'll just dump the puck in. Not much of a chance to do anything 1-on-3, but they will get the line change they want. That's the goal scorer for Eagan. J.C. Bauman sends it off to a teammate. That one deflects to the far side off of Bree Balster. Couple of Eagan players down low, not a ton of pressure. A bounce pass, working its way towards more open ice, and a turnaround spinning shot from Lauren Wedward. Puck anybody's for the taking, just outside of the crease. Under 4 minutes to go. Shot attempts dead even at 28 apiece. Both sides tonight have had ample opportunity to put goals on the board. A lot of momentum kept in there. A spinning centering pass disrupted by Schuster. Now a cut from Bergquist. Bergquist. I can't tell if she tried to leave that back for Lauren Muller, if she just lost track of the puck there. Either way, they could have an opportunity there, and the pass is just a little bit ahead of the captain, Michaela Bergquist. Trying to keep up that pace of having just as many points in games. Now just a little more than 2.5 to go. The Raiders' defense is on their heels. Anderson wrapping around, fires a shot a couple feet to the left of Balster. Carissa Thompson can't get the puck out of the zone. 2-on-1 down low. That's Selesky and Bergquist. Now Thompson races for the puck. Gets it stolen away. Dump and chase, 2 minutes to go. Can't even really think about pulling your goaltender when the puck is perpetually on your side of the rink. Wildcats can really take their time here, and they're kind of having a lot of the same success that the Packers had, just pinching these Raiders, but a chance here, probably as good as a chance is going to get at this point in the game. Couldn't transform into something there. Schauer with a chance to corral the puck. Instead, it's Erickson, and just a little bit too sloppy here for Hastings. And they're going to pull Balster, so it's going to be a 6-on-5 equation here for Hastings. A long pass. They got to be careful here. Backhanding it for Mull. Mull passing it to the blue line, sweeps it in. Under 50 seconds to go. Raiders need to regain possession here. Erickson boxes out a defender. It's kept on sides. Riches just pumps up a wild shot, tries to get anything going there on offense. They're going to have to get on sides. Now a scrum, open ice. They could seal it here, and they do. The Wildcats with their third goal of the game, and they're going to seal this one with 19 seconds to go. Eagles take a 3-1 lead. That's going to be Natalie Hootmacher, the sophomore defender, with the goal. I'm sure we'll take another look at it here. The puck just finds its way to open ice and puts that one in from the center ice logo. Too many players boxed up in front of, well, really in between both benches. And now Balster will head back into the net. Got a Raiders player taking a spill there off of the face-off. That's Libby Knoll. 10 seconds to go. And they're not going to get off a final shot, so with that, the Eagan Wildcats are going to come on the road, come to the Hastings Civic Arena, and they're going to beat the Hastings Raiders 3-1 in a thrilling game. Really heated up in that second period. tremendously fun game to watch no matter what side you're on, but obviously if you're the Raiders, you got to be a little bit heartbroken because this was a very winnable game that just kind of slipped out of their hands. Eagan gets their 4th win of the season. They're on a 2-game winning streak. There's the first of the 2 goals for Eagan. And then here's the last one, a empty net goal by their defenseman, number 12. And the Raiders are going to extend what is now a 5-game losing streak. They've lost 7 of their last 8. And they're not going to get their first section win on the season. That'll have to wait for another day, another broadcast. So with that, we'll wrap it up here from the Hastings Civic Arena. It's a 3-1 win for the Eagan Wildcats over the Hastings Raiders. Special shout out to Hunter Pinky, Owen Ely, Ian Andrasick, and Ben Brannon. Thanks to Eagan Community Television and HCTV Sports.